Hey everyone, welcome to In It to Spin It. This week, episode 16, we take a look at Black Wizard, a local heavy psychedelic rock band releasing their second LP. And we also look at Lethal Halo with newly appointed frontman Andrew Bailey. Let's do it. So Black Wizard's second LP, Young Wisdom, came out on the 28th. They had their release party at the Rickshaw, and I caught up with them. This is what they had to say. Jesus was a bastard child. Hey everyone out there, we are up in the room at the Rickshaw tonight. I think it's June 28th. We're here with Black Wizard members Kenny and Eugene. Say hi guys.
Hello.
Cool, glad to be here with you guys. Fantastic riff heavy psychedelic rock band out of Vancouver. You guys, we find you here on a special night for you guys. The street date dropping of your second long-awaited, much-anticipated LP called Young Wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the journey from 2010 to now. What's happened? How did we get to this point? How was the recording process, and what can fans expect to see on the new album in here?
Well, yeah, since 2010, we used to have a different guitar player before Kendo, and then he bailed out.
Mm-hmm.
And we got this little shredder here.
Yeah.
And we started writing together, and it took a little longer than we thought, but by the time the riffs came around, it was a pummeler.
Yeah. It's what, an 8-song set?
8 songs.
8-song set broken up in the middle by a slower one, Danger Dances, I believe.
Yeah, it's just like, that's kind of just a tune that we wrote in the studio sort of thing to separate, the halfway point of the record, so.
No, it works really nicely.
Yeah, we were pretty stoked on how it turned out, for sure.
Cool. Regarding Young Wisdom, you guys returned with your same producer as the debut. You wanted to give shout-outs to the producer there?
Yeah, the producer is one of our greatest friends and Russia's business partner, Michael Krauscher.
Okay.
And he's just super cool to work with, and you don't really feel like you have much of a time restraint, so he's always willing to try ideas that you want to try, and he just lets you smoke weed in the mixing room.
Nice. And this is at Bully's in New Westminster.
Mm-hmm.
I've not been there. I could have been the last week when we tried to line something up, but the online pictures looks amazing. Like, you've got multiple rooms there, beautiful space.
Yep.
So I would check out Bully's for sure.
If you're a young band and you want to learn how to kick some ass, you can master your craft at Bully's in New West.
Nice.
Call the Crusher.
Yeah. He'll mix you up real nice.
And you want to touch briefly on the artwork? I believe that's done by Dina Lazarenko.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Vancouver artist.
Yeah, she's been a good friend of mine for a few years too, and we gave her free range on the
It's
on
killer.
the art, and the second I saw the front sketch, I was sold. So she finished it all up, and she drew all of us. Kenny looks a little bit like he's in Lord of the Rings.
Like an alcoholic Santa Claus. My nose is like fucking big and pumpkin nose.
Was she at that? Was she on display at that art show on April 4th?
April 4th. Which one was that?
That was the War Baby show.
Yeah, she was.
And Kath, what's her name? Allison was there.
Lily.
Yeah.
Allison. Okay. what can we expect from you guys now that the album is actually out, touring wise? You gonna get across Canada, or what's the support?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do our best to get out there. Like,
Yeah.
every one of us in the band is like involved in different projects, but now that the record's out, I think it's, gonna give us all a kick in the butt to try and get it out there to people and make stuff happen with it, because we're pretty proud of it and stoked on the record. So.
Well, definitely. I think, like you said, long awaited and much anticipated. You got a good following now in Vancouver, and even in the metal scene, I've seen some good blog stuff on you guys. So.
Yeah, we'll definitely be going on the road, like at least this fall. Like this record, I don't know, I'm sound too stoked to myself, but I think it's too good to just leave it sitting. Like we have to take it out there.
Yeah. I'll definitely hope you guys do that, build the fan base and whatnot.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed with you guys is your chemistry and your dynamic on stage. As I mentioned prior to this, we saw you guys at the Interurban Gallery with the Volcano show. You guys were just having a fucking... Yeah. You guys were having a fucking blast up there, and so was the crowd. Talk about what you've got between yourselves on stage and the feedback you get from the crowd. I mean, I've seen some. I also was at the Pack AD show, and the crowd was going wild for you guys there too. So, talk about that dynamic of how it feeds off each other.
Well, it's mainly just like we're just all, such good buddies that like when we get up in like front of a crowd and stuff, it just makes us stoked as hell to be there, and stoked to be doing this with one another. And it's just we definitely aren't having a bad time up there. So yeah.
I think that magnetic appeal that you guys have is definitely, word of mouth is definitely spreading, and that's what makes people come see your shows. It's really...
Yeah, and the crowds too, like we can't be more thankful for all our crowds wherever we play. It's just like, people are just having a blast, and we feed off that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, we'd probably be standing there.
Might be a little more lackluster.
But once they all get going, like, we can't help ourselves.
Yeah, the shits come off and the meter starts
going off real fast.
So how did that volcano thing get? How did that come out? Like, who decided to put a fucking 8-foot tall volcano on stage?
I don't think it was us.
Yeah, it's Keith Perry that runs the Interurban.
Yeah.
And some of the guys that work there, Eric and stuff, they're just like, one day we got a message in like our inbox, like, so we built a huge volcano that we're gonna erupt while you play there.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds ridiculous. I know we went with it, and it was sort of a fail. It just kind of smelled like vinegar.
It smelled like the van mid-tour.
Yeah. Oh, it was a good attempt, but you never know what's going to happen live, so it was cool.
Yeah, that guy, he had his hood on because he was worried that it was going to explode, and he like climbed the ladder, and he was like super worried. And we were kind of close to the side too, and we thought it was going to be like this giant explosion, but it was kind of a fail.
But anticlimactic.
It would have been wicked if it went off when it was supposed to, though.
The best part about the whole thing was our singer's Adam's old lady climbing into it after.
Yeah.
He got super choked because he was just like, he wanted to go out and party, and then he walks in and he's just like, the old lady smells like vinegar.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here. The old lady stinks like vinegar. Yeah. That's it.
You usually use vinegar to get rid of smells.
Yeah, exactly. She's bringing it home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's all good. Okay, well, if you guys out there like heavy, upbeat, pummeling riffs, check Black Wizard out and check out the new album, Young Wisdom. Do you guys have anything else you want to say about the record or what?
Not really. Buy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I'm sure you guys will have a blast for Jesus tonight. Rickshaw's going to be fucking alive. So,
you bet.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by, or thanks for getting the time for me to drop by, I guess I should say, Eugene.
Anytime,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was kind of cool, but now this really smells like vinegar. Who's cracking the fucking Miss Vicky's right now?
So the very next night, June 29th at the Rickshaw, was Battle Fest, where Andrew Bailey made his debut as lead singer of Lethal Halo. This is part 2 of our conversation with him. Check it out. So, newest project. You are in an exciting new position with a new band, metal band.
Well, they're a new band to me. They've been around for a few years now. They're called Lethal Halo. We'll be releasing a video probably sometime in the next little while. In fact, by the time you see this, you'll probably already have released it. In fact, we might even add it to the program, hopefully.
Lethal Halo.
Yeah.
How long they've been around? 09?
No, I believe they formed in 05 or 06.
Wow.
Like they've been around for a while. They put out an album, or I should say put out an album, although at the time I wasn't in the band, called Process of Progress.
So check that out.
10-song LP, and it's seriously badass.
Yeah.
And right now we're working on a whole bunch of new stuff. We've added a new bass player as well.
So Gary Carter, our new bass player. He's a fucking dog. He's here anyways. Don't touch him. Stay away.
We've got some pretty sick players in that band, and as a result, it's a fun band to stand in front of. You know what I mean? Because it's like
heavy.
Yeah, it's good.
How have you been dealing with
it a lot.
with that situation of being put into a band and you kind of have to prove yourself to them, and with your writing skills and vocal?
Well, that is different because I've always been in bands where I've been part of the formation. So to come into an established band where you have to prove yourself. I've never really been in an audition situation before, which was interesting. But I mean, the thing is I looked at it like I know what I do well, and I know what I don't necessarily do well, but I know what I listened to them live and listened to their stuff before I went into an audition.
Yeah.
So I had an idea of what I could bring,
Yeah.
Like the key...
Put your little thing on it, right? On their existing stuff.
Exactly. The key was to not really, sometimes I still catch myself doing this, but the key is to not necessarily be trying to sound like Duke, or the previous singer, who is also awesome and is in a System of a Down tribute band called the Kombucha Mushroom People, and they're sweet, and you should check them out.
Okay, there you go, little plug.
Well, I gotta help out my boys, right?
For sure.
No, we kind of just we hit it off right away. It was just a good vibe, I went in there, we tried out a few songs, and we chat a lot, and we almost don't get enough work done in those jams because we end up talking for a long time, about just random anything, we've had discussions about religion and stuff, because it's such a diverse band in terms of walks of life and where they've come from. I mean, it makes for it, we get along, and it's fun to make music with them. So I had a good feeling about it pretty much from day one that it would work out. And so when it did, I wasn't necessarily surprised. I just kind of felt like, okay, this is the first step, and now we've got to get to work.
Cool. Well, good luck with all that, and hopefully enough time has passed since this interview that we can maybe play a little something right here.
I hope so.
And we can check out Andrew Bailey on vocals with Lethal Halo, Vancouver metal band. If you're in town, check these guys out. Bandcamp? Or
yeah, we are on there, I believe.
SoundCloud. I was looking on SoundCloud. Anyways, I'll get the link up here. You guys check it out. And I want to thank Andrew for coming by and sharing his vocal talents.
Thank you, sir.
It's good to see you again, buddy. Thank you for coming by the show.
No worries. Anytime.